Linda?
Here.
John?
Here.
I'm here. We got a quorum.
We're gonna be done with that
Talking with the lawyer.
I have adoption of August 13th agenda.
I move it with,
I'll second.
Okay, Linda? Yeah. Okay, that passed. Okay, on the July the 9th regular scheduled meeting in the town of Green Bay. Do we have any questions on that?
I move with it, printed.
I'll second.
Linda?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
It passed. Okay. Delmer, you have any comments?
No, no.
I think we don't want to comment. The replacement of the alderman, when Ms. Baker comes, is that going to be done through the internet or? I know
I'll do
y'all
that. I'll do that.
Through the internet or?
I'll take care of that. Anything, John? No. We had a meeting here with Melanie, our attorney, and try to work out a settlement with them, and what we came up on, she's gonna take it before.
Yeah, we don't need to discuss. the
Yeah,
details.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know I'll be getting questions who the other attorney was. And
We'll keep all the details in that.
yeah,
confidential.
yeah. Okay. That's the update on the lawsuit between us and the fire department and Tom. The downtown pavilion, I ordered all the material today to put that up.
You've already, the slab's already poured in.
Yeah, got the slab poured, but I ordered all the material today. Okay. The update on the annexation. That law has changed, I think, 4 years ago. And you can't annex without the people in that area coming forward and saying that they want to be annexed. It has to be 100% of those questions. Now, this part down here, that's in Loudoun County, and I guess Melanie, or Lisa, this here's on their Loudoun County's growth plan.
That
Take-
is urban growth.
Fixing in there, what they're doing?
2000, yes.
Okay.
That was just for your information, so you could all, I didn't know if you were all aware that that had transpired. There's a color-coded key on that map.
Yeah.
That will show you which each color means in the map. If you Google that, you can hone in on Greenback. That is for the entire county. And that publication there is what goes with that plan. Tells you all about it and how it was developed, why it was developed.
You're only supposed to annex within your urban growth plan. So that area would have to be within the urban growth plan, and they would have to consent.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's two
the
things.
TVA on that.
Yes,
Okay, well,
and-
then you're not going to consent.
They're not gonna see
and
it.
that- And TRDA manages it, because
Yeah.
they're not allowed to buy or sell property TDA.
Okay, so that puts us out. And on our community center here, Roger and Bob have been working on these windows. We've got them right now to the point where I don't think they'll fall out. So they're bad. I mean, the rain comes in and everything else. We still got some more work to do. We're just waiting. The sun always comes in this side right here. We're waiting to cool off just a little bit to do this right here. And there's a lot to be done that's been left undone, and I don't think I got enough time today. So Deborah's always remind me it's one day at a time. So we'll still get those. Eddie Simpson and Billy Pickle have been super nice working with us. I got with them, people have been complaining about the mowing in the county. Okay. Billy and Eddie have agreed with me that they've got 2 mowers over here and they're going to stay on this side. So our county roads will be getting mowed more often. So that was a good deal. And Billy sent his men down here and repaired our the old yellow mower. And Bob and Roger there, they think mowing with it's a whole lot easier because they can see what they're not hitting no mailboxes or telephone things. But John Deere's bigger for getting out here. But now if you see Roger and Bob out there now, you can make a comment to them. Yeah, but I think they're doing a super nice job. But anyway, do we have any?
Yeah.
There's no new business.
Highway 95, that's state responsibility.
Yeah.
So it'll still probably be slacked on over.
Well, I got chewed out the other day in a nice way about down here on the right-hand side. That's what it is, but. Okay, I'm gonna open it up to the,
Well, I'd like to go back to the old business, just a little bit if I could. When we had talked here a while back, I didn't know if it was ever settled or not about the road coming off of Sinking Creek there, that area there. If that's gonna be left as it is, if they're gonna try to fix that when you're coming off that road, or people drag out the bottoms on it. And also the stop sign, we talked about that as whole business as well. And if anything is to become of that, or is it just?
I talked to Billy Pickle. He's gonna get with the water department because where you're talking out there, there's a water thing out there.
Yeah, they are.
They've got to get that put up, extended up. So we're waiting on the water department to put that riser on there so they can get that. And the county paid from Sinking Creek, from the water tower on back down that way.
Pay,
They done paved it.
yeah, they pay that.
Now, that stop sign,
You said it the best way to say it right now.
yeah, they want it left like it is.
They did?
Yeah. There's been so much cried wolf so many times. And when he took the tractor down there and pulled the stop sign up, that made some people mad. Things he done, I'm taking the repercussion of it. And try to do it in a nice way. But Loudoun County, the police department, they are working with us. I mean, super nice. And where the law is concerned, we're in a better shape. So far, everything I've asked for, they've been over backwards. We got the house cleaned up here on Morganton Road. Got the other house on Jones Road, got that took care of. So, that's
So,
part, looking at it.
Have they made a written statement that they wanted to leave it like it is? I know at one time they made the decision themselves to put the stop sign there. And past mayor didn't want it.
No, it wasn't on the last matter, it was, agreed on that the way it was the best way. They changed it. It just didn't, they got,
So you tell me they decided to put it up one day and then they decided the next day to take it down. They didn't have no
Yes.
confidence in their own selves.
the state marked it as they normally would mark any state. And then after discussion with them, why they agreed that it was better the way it was set up.
Then they need to come down here and live on Morgan Lane. You agree?
I think it's the best way it can be said. I've seen it all ways, and it's the best way it can be put.
Well, I'd like to see a.
But what they were taking into consideration is this school down here, and you put a stop sign up there, then those kids are not gonna stop at that stop sign. They're gonna go on through it till somebody gets killed or whatever. It's the traffic backing up. Now, I can get the law down here. I can put, they've already been over at the school, the church set. And I told Tim, I said, don't be afraid to give them a ticket. So, it's just, there's more communication with Loudoun County now than there's ever been, so.
That's good. Okay.
Anything else?
No.
I'll, open it up to,
What is the posted
Stand up,
speed
state
limit?
stand up, state your name.
Richard Colwell, 615 Blue Goddard Lane. What is the posted speed limit on Morganton Road at that point? Is it 30 or 35?
Pardon?
What is the posted speed limit on Morganton at that point? Is it 30 miles an hour or 35 miles an hour at that stop
From here to the
sign?
lake is 35, all the way to the lake.
And where does that change
Changes at school zone sign.
at the schools that sign? Okay, cool.
And then it's 30 for here.
City's 30 and
Okay.
Valley Cities. And it doesn't necessarily change it doesn't necessarily change right to city limits. It's because the city limits is way out, they leave it at the posted speed limit until it gets closer.
I'm Wendy Pittsburgh, 162 Hamilton Lane. I had made a call into the sheriff's department to get more control on Old Sinking Creek because we've had several people who live on Old Sinking Creek that have had an issue with kids speeding down that road, especially when school was there. So they, the gentleman there agreed to send an officer to sit from 7:30 to 8, 7:15 to 8, somewhere in there, on that road for 2 weeks, and to stop anyone who is speeding. So hopefully if we can get the kids used to that they're going to get nabbed on that road flying, they'll at least slow down if not take an alternate route. So that is one thing, and like the mayor said, very, very, and that's the thing is, we've got a lot of times in this town where people just want to complain about the way things are, but if people will ask, you can ask me, I can pass it on, you can ask any of your council members. If there is an issue, anyone here will be glad to call the county and talk to them about that for you. So if you do have an issue, don't let it be known. And I love the fact that you've got an officer that's sitting at the church, because it really is just habit of kids. They know where they can get by with and what they can't. We were all kids at one time, a long time ago, but and so you know what you can get by with. One thing I would like to bring up with the council, and I think it's been discussed before, maybe it was just discussed by me, I don't know, but at one point I had put out that we were having a street sign issue here in town, and that we're missing several street signs, which that's part of being in a rural city, I know. And I would like to have a list of everyone when I put the post out for people to let us know if their sign was missing. I have several signs that were listed. I need to figure out a way to have you all check. I can email that list. Bob, right, me and Roger? Okay. I can email that list to whoever, but I need to determine which ones are county and which ones are city, because if I'm not mistaken, is that correct, Wayne, that we are responsible for the city signs and they're responsible for the county signs? And so, just want to kind of get the ball rolling on that. If I understand that our local 911 operators are, know what streets are where, you know, and can get to those. But if someone is here and let's say somebody has a new babysitter and they don't know, you know what I'm saying? It would just be, I just think it's a safety issue that we do need to have those signs up. We can glue them, tape them, weld them, I don't know what you do to keep them getting gone, but I may or may not have come across some of those in high school myself, so I don't know. There might be if you give them back, maybe they won't prosecute, we might be able to get some back that way, I don't know, I'm just saying, but I have seen some. So, if there are signs that we might be able to, take care of, that would be, great. I think that would just be a good thing for our city to do, is to have signs up, because I don't like going to, on my job, when I have to go somewhere and there's not a street sign, it really does make things a lot more difficult. So I'd like that to be investigated. If I can help in that in any way, I'll be glad to.
Well, at the, top of the stop sign, if that little thing.
If it's broke off,
Well,
yeah.
if it's done that, the kid didn't have an Allen wrench in his pocket.
Yeah.
Right, yes. Yeah,
And then some of the city signs are still wood, and they're deteriorating
yeah,
and falling apart. We need to fix those.
Yeah, I talked to Billy Pickle
okay,
last week about the sign.
okay, and what did Billy
They
Pickle
got
say?
they are set up on the computer.
Mm-hmm,
All they have to do is put it in there and he'll spit that sign out.
great,
So we can get the signs from them.
okay,
And he suggested we get they got the same problem.
yeah, oh,
Day in
everybody
and day
does.
out.
Go to Monroe County, it's insane. I mean, you go to Madisonville, you can't find any signs, they're all gone, yeah.
So, if you see one, they must do this at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I guess.
Well, yeah, when we're all old people are asleep.
Anyway, we got that settled up. They'll get the signs for us.
Okay.
Make them for us. And, he suggested that we get a box of those things,
Okay,
sign hangers.
great, to put those up with.
Yeah, he's-
Now, since I have a list, and some of those I'm sure are not within city, some are with county, would you care if I emailed the whole list to you, to Deborah? And then if there are county ones, I would like to see if they could replace those as we're going.
That's already been put on Roger's list to do.
Roger,
go through
what
the
have you been
city.
doing? Okay, all right, so Roger's been sleeping, there's that. Just a community announcement, we are going to have a fundraiser for the Fraser family, August 24th. It will be at the Depot. We will have the Generation Gap Band will be playing, and we're gonna have a hot dogs and chili dinner to raise money. So, we are still looking for some, volunteers, to help work the event and to get some desserts and some canned drinks from people. So, desserts, chips, and canned drinks. So if you would like to spread that around to your churches or groups or anything, it would be great, because we're coming up on that time.
What time is it?
Yeah, what time?
It'll be at 5 o'clock.
What
It
day?
goes at 6.
August the 24th, on Saturday, August the 24th. What's at 6?
Bingo.
That night? Really? There it is. We might have to switch something around. That's the only time I can get the band, so we might have to hoodoo that a little bit. We'll talk about that after. So anyway, that's where we are, but yeah, we've had a lot of outpouring of love and support for the family, as we should with any family that goes through something like that. So they have let us know we're very appreciative of us for that, and I think that is all I've got.
The donations can be made right here.
Donation can be made here to the Fraser Family Fire Fund, and if you'll make that check out, you can leave it here and it will get into an account.
I've took that on myself personally
Okay,
to, give the money out to her.
Okay.
Her only.
great,
And, I knew her for years. She used
Yeah.
to work for me in the tobacco patches and stuff, and
You give it
she's
to her.
always been upfront and honest.
that's great.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
okay,
handle that right here in the office.
okay, that'd be great. Wonderful.
That will have to be made out to Greenback City, and then you can put Fraser Fund on it.
Okay, we can do that. So we'll make the check out actually to Greenback
City,
City, and then it will be passed on from the city to them. That's a great idea.
Right.
Then we won't have to worry about that. So I'll put a post on that to update that it'll be made out to Greenback City, and then we can just transfer those funds. Okay, that's wonderful. Oh, one thing. The fundraiser, all of the money for the fundraiser will be explicitly going to helping with a down payment on somewhere for them to stay. So that's what that money's for. It's not for food, clothing, anything like that. That is just for that down payment for them. Okay,
But there's a little more to that than meets the eye. You've got to, that house will have to be tore down.
Yes.
I've got to get with Jim Jenkins on the codes enforcement, see what goes on there. That's a big undertaking if you lose your home.
It is.
And she is just kind of out in limbo.
Yes.
And I had a talk with her yesterday, and she said, well, she's just gonna leave everything up to me.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, anyway.
Well, we don't have to worry about it anymore.
But here's what I'm talking about. Some people don't realize if you're gonna go buy a home, a trailer or whatever, and put it there, that's a certain amount of money you gotta put down.
Correct.
Then you gotta put the insurance on top of that.
Yes.
Then the company's gonna make you buy insurance,
Yes.
and the cost goes up. Well, Debbie got her house burned on Wednesday, on Monday, and on Wednesday, Ronnie let give her a bill for $4,000
Yes.
coming down. And she don't have no money. So, there's one thing. She's trying to figure out how to work a deal out.
She's already showing in debt before she had a chance to
Right,
get out.
right.
Yeah.
So, worked out a deal where she got a house in Monroe County. The guy's only charging her $350 a month.
That's good.
And we have to look at, really, can she afford that? The best route to go.
Right, exactly.
And after all this fundraising and stuff, we're gonna have to take into consideration for it. Actually, is it better for her to go ahead and rent? And because
A lot of people do rent, perfectly fine, but it just needs to go toward housing. And that's what I had advertised the event to do, is to go toward housing. And then work out the details of that. If she's asking you to help her keep up with that, then you guys can work that out.
well, at her age
Yes,
and having to pay for that.
Yes.
She's on a widow's pension,
yes.
and
It may give her a freer lifestyle if she's just having to rent instead of having to.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
So, after this is all over,
yes,
we'll get together, some of us, and sit down and talk with her.
That's great.
See what the best route for her to go.
okay,
I don't want to do this myself because of people that are donating,
Yes.
and they've been real nice about it.
well, this particular fundraiser, the money will be kept up, by me there, and that money will be brought to the city.
Okay.
And it'll just go in that same fund that's already started for, so
right.
anybody can
Okay.
do that.
Anyone else? Everybody happy then, huh?
I think, is everybody happy? Anybody got anything? Yes.
My name is Mary Aker, I live at 131 Elm Street. I was wondering about the alleyway lots that are, how do we go about, I know they were supposed to be donated to or given to the person on either side of the property line.
Okay.
Now, how do we go about doing that? Because I've taken care of that ditch line. There's a ditch line that goes around the back of my house. And I've been taking care of it for years and years and years, 37 to be exact. So I was wondering how you go about getting that lottage
Are you talking about the lot?
added to your property, and if I have to be responsible for the water that does not go anywhere.
Is this an unopened alleyway, like it's an alleyway showing on a plat that never got used, is that what it is? Okay, so the city would need to evaluate whether it wants to abandon that, and then it would be an ordinance to abandon the alleyway, and then vote. If that passes on two
That's supposed
readings.
to already been done.
If that's already been done, then we can do a quitclaim deed.
Yeah.
And the quitclaim deed gets recorded, and that lets the property assessor know that that property will go, if it's on the property line, one half to the person on this side and one half to the person on the other side.
What if the other person doesn't want the lot?
Doesn't matter,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. And so.
Which alleyway
yeah.
are you talking about, Mary? Which ones?
Pardon?
Which alley are you talking about?
The alleyway behind my house.
Well, where's your house? Which house is yours?
It's 131 Elm Street.
Behind the
Elm.
Are you on the right side?
mine is on this side. It's on, well,
Yeah.
Margaret's is on that side, behind your old
Yeah,
stomping ground.
that's what I'm
And
trying to
mine's
figure out.
directly across. I know some of
I
them.
thought all of those, now I know the ones behind the old building, that, all of those were
Yeah.
transferred years ago in a quick claim deed when I had the business. I don't know about the one behind your house there, but it should be, go down to Loudon City. You can go down to the courthouse and find out if you, or the
Property assessment.
property assessor and find out if you got it, it's yours.
If it's been put
If
in
it's been
there.
put in, yours, yeah.
I can help you with that.
Well,
Yeah, you
okay.
can probably pull it up on the internet.
I can pull it up for you.
Well, the reason I'm asking is, another thing that come up with it. We have been clearing this out, and I have, like I said, took care of it ever since I've been there,
Yeah.
down there. So, you know, but the people on down the area does not keep it cleaned out. So the water sits there when it rains, and we've tried to ditch it deeper and farther out, but if they don't do anything with that alleyway, that section of there, it sits there.
So whose property is it?
Any solution to that?
Whose property you talking about?
I don't know who owns that property the next door to me. It used to belong to Mr. Williams. You remember Mr. Williams?
Yes, it's double wide.
And I don't know who owns it now.
Is it a house on that property or double wide on that property?
Double wide trailer.
Double wide trailer, okay.
We want to check into that and see if we can find out what's going on.
I'll look into it.
Okay, you'll look into it? I can check and see if your property belongs to you or not.
Okay.
Can do that.
But the alleyway runs from up here on 95,
Yeah, it goes clean.
all the way back.
Yeah,
And then there's another alleyway that runs down on the other side of that property there, all the way down to the
Yeah.
other street, there in the turn.
Frequently, if there were not quitclaim deeds recorded, then the property assessor doesn't know about the abandonment by the city. So it's important to follow up with a quitclaim deed if that hasn't been done.
if I can speak to this, I can tell you that I'm very, very familiar with all of the deeds that are currently owned and held by the city of Greenback. None of those alleyways are currently held by the city of Greenback.
They can have alleys all sorts of ways. like
Okay.
a public entity, you can
So it
have
wouldn't
a
show,
flat,
it wouldn't show that it's under
No,
Greenback.
if there
Well, I
were
know
flats
it doesn't
and
show it on my
subdivisions,
deed.
We can get roads that way, there's all sorts of different ways to
Okay,
get roads.
okay.
Dwayne, I think it's only got them alleyways right over here.
But you need to also track where that was abandoned, we know where, then it's that.
We'll check into it. Okay, what's your address again?
131 Elm Street.
And I took care of your bulldog, or pit bulldog problem.
You took care of that problem?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I hear you.
Mary Ann, 18.
Any other business?
Can I speak one more time? I'm so sorry. And I'll stop. I know, I'm sorry. October, we've got a couple of things coming up in October. So October, I think around the 16th, and this will be coming up on the mayor's page, but there's a little boy, I don't know if anybody knows the child's parents, but his name's Tyson, a little boy that I think his mom went to school at Greenback, and he has brain cancer. And the mayor's daughter, actually, Josie, is going to come in, and we're going to have a 5K for Tyson. So that's going to be happening, I think that's October the 16th. And then sometime around before Halloween, and I've got to get that exact date, we're going to be putting on a Greenback Community Homecoming Fall Festival. And so we'll be getting with the Historic Society, the museum people, and we're going to have people do like basket weaving demonstrations, or trying to get like a forge down here, you know, just things, kind of like something in Townsend you would have. But at the same time, I'm hoping to work with the Historic Society, so when people come, if they did grow up here, their grandparents were here, I would love to start a master list of people and trace that genealogy, so you would have a paper you could fill out regarding your genealogy if you grew up here, which I thought might be something kind of neat. So that's going to be happening in October. That will be our next city event, will be that Greenback Homecoming Fall Festival. So,
The young man you're talking about, is he the one that's a 13-year-old boy?
No, he's a little boy. How old is Tyson? Is he 2 or 3?
2.5, 3-year-old.
Yeah, 2.5, yeah.
I know that one singing benefit they had down here.
Was that for a little boy too? See, I never
Well,
could figure
no, he
out.
wasn't for a little boy, it was a 13-year-old had cancer and
Yeah.
they didn't have the money and they was
That's
raising.
good, that's good they did that. Well, there's always ways to help, out there, and our community's very good about helping about stuff like that, so, just stay tuned, I'll be putting up things, there'll be signups for things like the city. What we're gonna try to do is try to do 3, possibly 4, very most, city-sponsored events during the year, and these events will be the ones where we put out a little sign up, people can help pitch in and kind of throw a shindig, and so the next one will be this fall in October.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome.
I'll update you on one more thing. The museum, they had an outfit to come in and look at the building of ours.
Okay.
$500,000. $500,000.
It seems like that's just been a lot.
Well, we got handed a big liability.
We did.
And, got to figure out how to handle that deal.
We did, yes.
I mentioned to them about the building, the 2-story house off to the side there,
Yes,
that maybe they ought to look into that.
yes.
That might make there's a nice museum down there in Athens that, I believe it's Athens, that's in a house like that, and so, anyway, that's what, we got a huge liability right there, but, I'm gonna get with Tommy over here, and Tommy's the one that fixed the museum building before. And, I'm thinking we may be able, good old boys,
Yeah. Basically, we need the
Figure-
least expensive way to make that not a liability.
right,
Yeah,
right,
you could tear it down, it could do whatever, but make it not a liability.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Tommy's
Okay.
been good to work with the city, so, he's been down that road before, so
Okay.
I think he can get us some more down to earth, what to do about that building. We're gonna have to do something about it.
It can't just stay the way it is, it's
Yeah.
definitely a liability.
Charlie said he can go in there with that thing, he's trying to just lift it out a little bit at a time, maybe we'll discuss it again.
Y'all think about it, I got 2 other buildings, buildings there that's got to be.
Yeah, he knows
They have to
that.
be safe, right?
Yeah, he knows that.
If we start tearing that one down, we're responsible for whatever else we tear down.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we get every person in the city to bring down a chisel and take one brick down, and then when you get to
But
the
they
end of the
won't
people,
take-
you start again.
They want to take them all off the
They
bottom
would,
to
they
start
would,
with.
they would not, Bobby. That's true.
Okay, anybody else?
Now, there's another thing, the old bank building is gonna be up for auction and someone checked into it and they hit a price on it. And they were willing to lease back the, teller machine area and keep it in operation, so that's another option that you could think about, but, that's a bigger building and more, but it wouldn't be much more money.
Well, that drive-through car, it don't wanna work with me a lot of times. Knowing the banks, they might just close it down.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Okay,
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
I second.
thank you.
Third.
No, I appreciate it.